look at attacking from the back, okay? So when I'm behind him here, one of the things I can do is bring this arm well in front. See, my elbows in front of his chest. And look, my chin can be on his chest too. A mistake that some beginners make is they sit their hips too close to this guy's hips, and now I'm reaching up, especially if he's taller than me, then it's like I'm never going to be in a position to choke him. So if I'm a little shorter, I give myself some space, and I got my arm over the top. So when we're here, I essentially have my two arms fighting his two arms, and his chin, he can drop his chin down as well. So one of the things we can decide to do is to get sort of a crisscross grip, like a straight jacket grip here, and then we can pin his arm down. So from this position here, I'm gonna step on his thigh, I'm gonna come over here to the underhook side, but my head is between his head and the mat. In other words, if I land like this, and he puts his head on the mat, then I'm not gonna be able to finish him. So to beat his head to the mat, I put my foot on his thigh and I get my feet high, and I get over here. So if I can get these crisscross grips, so I grab his wrist here, and then this one, now I have an opportunity to trap his arm with my leg. So I take my right foot and I touch my left hand, and I trap his foot. You can always take your foot to your hand, you'll know where your hand is. So now I'm just gonna stay with his hand. If he pulls it behind, I'll go behind. Otherwise, I'll just maybe cross my feet and keep his arm trapped. Now I'm gonna grab his knuckles here. So I have my thumb grabbing his knuckles. If I just grab his wrist, he's probably strong enough to free that arm. If I grab his knuckles and turn them down to his torso, it's really hard for him to escape. So now I have my choking arm. The only thing I have to beat is his chin. So what we'll do is we'll cover our thumb. We'll make like an ice cream scooper here. So I fit the edge of my thumb under his chin, and I scoop, scoop. Maybe I have to do it 3 times so I can feel my arm is underneath his jawbone. I come across and I dig my fingers into his arm, and I start creeping my arm over. Ideally, my arm's a little short. Ideally, I get the point of my elbow matching the point of his chin. And now I'll grab the back of his neck and bring my chin in front. Now my hand's hidden, so even if he were to reach up, it would be very hard for him to get a good grip on me here. So from here, sometimes I can just squeeze my arm shut and pull it back, and I can get a submission. If this is too difficult, I'll come up on my elbow so I can get my other arm involved. And I slide my wrist over my wrist, and I grab my bicep on this side, my shoulder on this side, and then I close the scissors and pull it back if I need to. Okay, I got this arm well in front. I'll step on his thigh, and I'll get my head between his head and the mat. I get my crisscross grips. I bring my foot to my hand, so I trap his arm. I grab his knuckles, pin it to his belly. I ice cream scoop. 1, 2, 3. Creep my hands across. Grab the back of his neck with my hand. I can finish here maybe. If not, I come up on my elbow and I slide my wrist over my wrist, and I reach my bicep and my shoulder. So this hand is grabbing my shoulder like this. It's not grabbing his head.